Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
O ti ń gbàjọ.
Àjọba omi ṣe máa gbàjọ kí lórí.
Ṣé balance ẹ̀? I can't balance it.
Yeah, I can't balance me.
I can't balance any.
Yes, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
Tolu wa ni. Báwo ni adúrú owó yẹn ṣe wà nínú àkáǹtì?
My darling, I work.
You work bí ti báwo? Ṣé mi ò mọ̀ kó ṣiṣẹ́? Ìwé ni you work. Ṣé mi ló kì í ṣiṣẹ́? Àní báwo ni irú iṣẹ́ wo kí ni wọ́n ti ṣe tó ṣe gangan tó fi ládùúgbò owó yẹn lákàntì?
Explain yourself.
Kí ló fi owó yẹn ṣe? How on earth ló máa nínú owó yẹn kí ló dà kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe? What do you want to use it for? I want to know.
Is it for Eba? Is it for Gary? Reflex. Is it for beans? I don't know.
Ṣé mo rú ìyàwó tí mo fẹ́? Irú ìyàwó tí mo fẹ́, òun ni ìyàwó tó máa jókòó síbi tí mo fi sí. The wife that would stay where I put her.
Don't say that. I am not a vase or an object that you can put on the table or a shelf and decide when I'm useful. No, I won't take that.
Oh. Amazing, beautiful, beautifully presented. You know, I can see the confidence, the boldness to me saying that my would do me anyhow. I can see the pride. All because we need 25 million naira. See what you've turned into. Look at yourself. You are beginning to raise your shoulders. You've now grown wings. You've grown wings.
Really, I am not raising shoulders. I am raising value. I multiplied what you gave me. Not even times 2, not times 3, not times 4, not times 5. I multiplied 200,000 into 25 million. You should be proud.
I see. Yes, I should.
Yes.
I should be proud. I should be proud. I should be proud. For what? I am the man in this house. And I will not be proud for nonsense. I will not be proud when you start raising shoulders and start showing yourself.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
You saw me driving, all of a sudden, it's rebellion. I'm a rebel. Let it make sense. Don't worry alone. You think I don't know? I know you've been the one sabotaging my business all this while. Oh my God, you see no other customer. Oh my shit because I don't say anything. Because I keep praying to God that one day you will come to your senses and you will understand me. But it seems that it's never happening. It's not happening. But what it is you're doing, it's not happening. Why?
I am trying to protect the order in this house.
No, you're trying to protect your ego. You're not protecting any order. Ego, that's what you're protecting. Your ego, that's what you're only trying to protect. And listen, if your leadership cannot exist when I'm big, if your body cannot take it, then maybe you're never a leader. Yes, and you're not meant for that role.
Aaron's nonsense.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Okay, let's go.
Hi guys, my name is Halima and with me here is Rafiatu. Welcome to If You Asked Me, show where nobody asks for opinion, but we are going to share it anyway because we can.
We can.
And if you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And if you're a previously subscribed user, thank you for joining.
So today we're going to be talking about Chef Tolu, a Nollywood Yoruba movie on YouTube, produced by Irewole Olaniyan. It features Irewole Olaniyan, Tunde Adenrioye, Madam Shaje, Kunle Omishere, and others. The movie is about a woman, a wife, a chef, whose husband seems to be a main op. Looks like she married her enemy, sadly. What I would rate the movie, I think I would rate it maybe a 7 still. I think I would rate it a 7. How would you rate it, Alima?
I feel like I want to give it a 7, but at the same time, I feel like I want to go a bit lower. But I think I'll just stay with 7.
Some of my top moments in the movie, there was a scene where she said, Orimiti monga, onkwe ni gberaga. Deep.
Right.
I really like that line. It's like she dropped the nugget and it landed well. There was a line where she said something like, if being big is is gonna stop him from being a leader, then he's not fit for that role. Which is like, that actually makes sense.
It's quite difficult to find someone who is so soft spoken. It's funny how I love it so much. Like so many times I try to
Yeah.
be like that. But it's not just who I am.
You want to give it hot.
I can't.
She goes
And
like,
you know the way
yele kai now.
and she's hungry. And I'm like, oh,
You
it can
get,
never be
yeah.
me. Oh,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
when I'm
That-
not angry, I'm sounding hungry. You know what I loved about that scene? I love the girly aspect that happened there. You saw something you like on the internet. You were checking it by yourself. You now
you
called your
know, call
husband to
him.
come and see this thing. He now
Mo
got
kò
it.
tiẹ̀
And
ń
I
wo
said,
ni o.
me, Jenny Corona. Me, Jenny Corona. We don't
I
know that.
know. Side eye. The part where, like you said, being soft spoken, I think it sort of shows the role of a model wife, the way that parents would sort of try to portray it to you, like, oh, just in tọkọ ẹ bá fẹ́ ni kò ṣe, ọbẹ̀ tí baálé ilé ò kí ń jẹ, ìyàwó ilé ò kí ń sè.
You
What your
say.
husband wants is what you need to want with him. So she exhibited that. If I cannot be happy in this relationship with you, what are we doing? Kila and she. But no, yele carry now for how long?
At some point, maybe it's not even just leave totally, but at some point, I felt she needed break.
Yes, she needed a break. Just go out of
She
that
needed a
environment.
break.
Yes. It doesn't make sense. Come off in but people are different. Whatever works for your relationship.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
like, this is a wife that you've been blessed with that feels like anything that happens, I'm going to tell you. And boya ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan ó fún mi ló máa sọ fún ẹ. Ìkíní báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ máa sọ fún ẹ. So ó ti délẹ̀ tán. Ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ fún lówó fún birthday. Ó dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ. Ó
Yeah.
dẹ̀ bàràjẹ́, ó dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní act up. Láì ṣọmọdé. Ó ti wà obvious pé bọ̀bọ́ yìí kò kí ń like kò lówó lọ́wọ́. Because ìgbà tó jáde pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀,
Imagine
wọ́n
that
fẹ́
scene
sanwó.
when her and her friend went to get something.
Tó ń jáde.
And then she had to
And she
pay
didn't have money.
70K. So it's like the attitude is not new. Look at that scene.
But she
She made a
didn't
statement.
think much of it.
She told her friend, Bawa she man she niye." And something else happened during that conversation. She was like, mo fẹ́ san 70K. Then the
You
husband
know,
now
said
asked
fún mi
her
ní account number
their
one.
account number. She acted so much. She wasn't cool with it. So that 5 million incident wasn't the fault. It has been happening different occasions, but different issues. So there were different reactions to them. But it's enough for you to do 1 + 1 - 2 - 3 to add it to sum it into something. But nigga, yìí
Wọ́n
mẹ́
ti
kò
sọ,
ṣe bá dọwọ́ pọ̀.
wọ́n ní ìfẹ́ máa ń fọ́ ni lójú. Mo ò tẹ̀ wá mọ̀ bóyá ìfẹ́ ni àbí àgọ̀. Like, I don't know if it is love or stupidity. I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one. I don't know which one it is, but I don't think.
I don't get that.
At what point did he become that kind of man? Did he exhibit those kinds of traits while they were courting? Did they talk about, what did they talk about basically? Did they talk about,
Basically.
as a couple, I would like to work, or what do you think about your wife working? This is an important question to ask.
But I feel like some people will be like, they want to be a Walaji only gold and then they don't
tó
want
bá
to do
jẹ́ choice
anything.
ẹni ó tiẹ̀ dá. If as a woman nsìn mo mọ̀ pé ìyàwó aláàjì ni mo fẹ́ jẹ́, I think I owe it to the person that I'm courting or I'm discussing with to tell them that ọ̀gbẹ́ni ìyàwó aláàjì mo fẹ́ jẹ́ o, ẹ̀mí
I don't
ọ̀gá
want
ni
to do
mo fẹ́
anything.
jẹ́ o, ìfẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ o. You need to open
Nothing.
your mouth and say it. Say it. If as the husband you know that ìdílé tẹ́tí ń bọ̀ o, ìyàwó kì í ṣiṣẹ́, wàá dẹ̀ sọ fún ìyàwó, wàá sọ fún èèyàn tó ń date. Ìdílé mi o, ìyàwó kì í ṣiṣẹ́ o, ọkọ ló máa ń pọnmi, ọkọ ló máa ń fọṣọ, ìyàwó kì í ṣe nǹkankan, kò kàn ti jókòó kí máa ra Louis Vuitton àti YSL fún ẹ. Àbí ṣe sí, that's what he was doing. But communication
Yeah,
is important. I don't
it's
know what
very,
people
very.
discuss during courtship.
Okay, now they would want to make us understand the fact that he had those attitude because of the conversation he had with his egbon or
Yeah,
uncle
Egbon
that
Adubo.
said his wife, he invested in his wife, and his wife started having money, and she saw reasons that she could change the children's school without even telling him. That's not like enough reason for you to have that kind of
Could
attitude.
make sense. Could
It's
make sense.
not.
It
It's
just
not
shows
based on
that
conversation somebody had
he
with you
doesn't think
sitting down.
for himself.
You
He doesn't
get.
think for himself.
If they had told me the reason why he acted that way was because of a childhood kind of thing that he had with his
Past
family
trauma.
or something
Yeah.
that he had seen with his
Yeah.
sibling, like you have seen it and watched it happen. You've seen it start, you've
Yeah.
seen the way it resulted,
No
and then you're like,
second-hand
oh, okay,
information.
now you get. So I had issue with that. What other things do you have issue with
Yes.
in the movie?
Yes. That was odd. Another thing I had an issue with was how her mother, the wife's mother, seemed to condone the nonsense behavior of the husband. And I think a lot of mothers do that.
Yeah.
So yes, mothers want their children to have ibujoko, and it's more for their females, their daughters. They want them to, ìyàwó tó bá rẹra ẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ ló máa gbé ilé ọkọ, ìyàwó tó bá gbọ́rọ̀ sọ́kọ ẹ̀ lẹ́nu ló máa gbé ilé ọkọ, nǹkan tọ́kọ ẹ̀ bá sọ ni kó ṣe. I get it and I agree, but there has to be a limit. It's like, ṣé ìyá yìí, number one, ṣé kò mọ ọmọ ẹ̀ ni? Ìyá máa mọ ọmọ ẹ̀ now. And even in this time and day, I think a lot of mothers actually encourage their daughters to have their own thing. Níṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀. Number two, ìyá yìí tó bá jẹ́ òun ló tọ́mọ ẹ̀ dàgbà, ó sanwó school, ó ṣègbà, ó ṣàwo. Very few parents ni mo
Hi.
mọ̀ tó máa san gbogbo owó yẹn. Tó máa san gbogbo owó yẹn, tó máa wá ní pé
You
okay o, trophy wife ni kò wá dà. And it's
don't
not
even
the
trust
wife's
you,
choice. Tó
why?
bá jẹ́ wife's choice,
You will not even tell her
trophy
to go and
wife.
sell recharge card at worobo lẹ́nu ọ̀nà lé.
So it was odd that the mother was acting that way for me. Then, she had the wife had the argument with her husband. And then after they had that fight, the mother comes into the house. The husband talks to the mother. She's like, "Ma binu ọkọ mi, ṣá má bínú, má bá
Your
sọ̀rọ̀."
Bonvita.
Exactly. I'm like, why? Ṣé nítorí ẹ ti ń rí díẹ̀ gbà? Besides,
Oh
tọ́mọ yín bá tiẹ̀
my God.
lówó gan, tó bá jẹ́ owó ọmọ yín, ó sì máa ṣàwọn kinní yìí fún yín. So it's not
It's
like,
important.
bóyá, it just didn't make sense to me. Then she now tells her daughter that o gbọ́dọ̀ bẹ ọkọ ẹ ni. I get pé,
Yeah.
again, kíyàwó máa rẹra ẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ fọ́kọ. I agree.
Okay.
But you should, wàá tó ṣe ń ṣe tọ̀tún tó ṣe máa ṣe tòsí, wàá sọ fọ́kọ pé nǹkan tí ìwọ náà ṣe yìí ò dáa. Tíyàwó ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ ṣe kí, talk to him, tell him the truth. Not just telling you. A lot of parents do that thing. They tell their daughters, they talk to their daughters like the daughters are wrong for some things that they've done, and then they don't talk to the husbands.
In the name of
It's
the
not
one,
fair.
I know it just boils down to in the name of I want her to keep her home. What they don't understand is one way or the other, if you don't like look into the issue deep, that thing that you're avoiding would happen in a very big
Ó
way, and
ṣì máa
nothing will be
padà
done.
scatter. Ó
You
ṣì máa padà
get.
scatter.
I feel like maybe if they had done like a recap for us to know where the issue started from, for maybe the reason why he's saying you can't work is because we've had this conversation before we even started.
Yes.
You can't
Or
do
is
this
it
thing.
something new? Even if it's new, what prompted it? Because when I saw the jump from how the second scene, he bought her a Benz, like it looked like a brand new Benz. Then he bought her this expensive bag, like 5,000 or 4,000 pounds bag.
4,999, approximately 5,000 pounds,
Pounds, right?
approximately 10
He bought
million
this
naira,
really expensive
almost
things.
10
Was like,
million Nigerian naira.
do you get? And then there was a point where she was like, Yeli, it's too much now. And he's like, no, stop it. Like, do you like it? Are you happy? Seeing that, I was thinking, oh, this is a man that's come rain, come shine.
And
He just
you,
wants his wife to be happy.
why do we have to wait for things to get bad before we realize our mistakes or before we try to adjust? Why does he
That
have to
just
like
means Olori role.
like lost all his property, money before he realized the fact that now I should be able to support my wife? I don't like that attitude.
Yeah, and I think that was a convenient way to end the movie. You know why I say so? Because I feel like a man like that, his character was here and there. A man like that you know how they say talika alagidi and things like that. Like there are people the way
Mm-hmm.
the kind of character he exhibited was the kind of character that would, at the end of the day, even when he lost everything, he would still potentially say the woman made him lose everything because she wanted to show that, oh, she could make money for the family. Because every time she kept
Yeah.
saying he wanted to make money to augment what he was bringing into the family, he was saying, I am the sole provider. I can provide for my family. I don't need anybody to provide for me.
I was
A
even
man,
surprised that I wasn't blaming her when he started losing things because I was
exactly. That
expecting
that
to start rubbing it on her
exactly
face.
because of the
Okay,
kind
one
of
not call
character he exhibits.
one not Lily, take responsibility. I was
Exactly.
expecting him to do that.
Exactly.
They are actually women living like this, and it boils down to the reason why they got married. Some people feel like marriage, like for this kind of man, not Mr. Delabu, for whoever man that has gotten married to them, literally did them a favor. You know, some people are like, some women are like that. I know of people that they, let me use that Yoruba word, gbogbo expense ile, gbogbo koko le da. I know in some cases it would happen. Maybe the husband has been doing really well, but something happens and then you have to just support. But they are literally the
Mm-hmm.
ones making the home a home because they want to keep their home.
Mm-hmm.
And they go about
Mm-hmm.
painting
Which is
like
sad.
worry me. It's a terrible mentality that
Yeah.
some people we need to stop because now people would be like mi ò lè tó aṣ- mi ò lè tó dọkọ mi síta. But in some cases these are men that are actually doing well for themselves, but they won't do it because they can see that the women are
For
actually
their
acting like they
family.
did them a favor.
Yes, I agree with you. It's sad, and it's a dicey situation because, again, generally, ideally, the woman should, we can't overbeat this issue, should be respectful. But I don't want to necessarily use the word submissive, even though I believe it's I mean, it's a thing. The woman should be submissive, but apart from being submissive, I think that what we don't emphasize enough is that partners should be respectful to each other. Let's forget about who's being submissive. I think that what
Yeah.
we do not emphasize enough is both parties. Everybody owes themselves respect in a relationship. Like, at, even Timama was submissive, see, even scriptures, it says it that you should take care of your wife. You should care for them basically. Can't take back with love, can't back with
A
submission.
mutual thing. You respect me, I
Everybody
respect you. Don't be one
everybody has a
sided.
responsibility. If
Yeah.
there is mutual respect, irú àwọn kìíní ẹ̀ ò ní wà difficult. Tí mutual respect bá wà, tí ọkọ bá need assistance, ó yẹ, it is something tó yẹ kíyàwó lè ṣe because it's a
Yeah.
partnership. It's like, imagine it was an actual business tí àwọn méjèèjì dáwó láti ṣe. You won't be lagging behind now. Nǹkan téèyàn bá is
That's
like put your money where your mouth. Nǹkan téèyàn bá fowó sí, ojú ẹ̀ máa wà ńbẹ̀. You would want to put in
yeah.
all the effort you can because you know that kíní yìí o, I'm expecting a return from it. But it is because there is that misconception, or I don't know, there is that we overlook that aspect of that respect. It's like the woman owes the man everything, their life, but the
Online
man,
to be.
like you said, is doing the woman a favor, which is not the case.
It's
Tọ́lọ́run ṣe
not.
fi mí ṣe gift fún ẹ, lọ́lọ́run ṣe fi ẹ́ ṣe gift for me. We are both
Our
gifts to
for
each other.
you get.
So, tí irú in anybody in that kind of situation, let's use Chef Tolu's situation as number one. Oko, the man is providing. The woman was appreciative. Chef Tolu was
Very, very,
appreciative of his
very.
provision. She didn't take it for granted. She didn't be like mo fẹ́ báàgì lénìí, mo fẹ́ wíìgì lọ́la. At least they didn't show us that. She was still very, it's something to jẹ́ pé èèyàn lè easily take for granted. Ọkọ mi lówó
She's
lówó
a
náà
good.
nìyẹn.
Let's just. She's a very good wife.
Very good wife. Like
A
the
very good
ọkọ
wife.
yẹn wá lórí láyà. There was a part where they were fighting, and it was like she's not a virtuous woman. That
Yeah.
he said some very nasty things,
Like I remember
which
that
means
part very well.
he doesn't respect her. And yes, she was also acting as if, no, you are God's gift to me. No, now, even if it
No,
was God's gift to you before, the
you see
moment it stops being a gift,
you see the way I saw her part. I just saw her part as, some people naturally that's who they are. They are simple
Ah,
people.
no.
They
Ah,
they
no,
don't
no,
like
no.
stress. See, some people
Ah,
that
no.
is who they are.
Ah, my sister, okay, she stress. You fight for yourself.
They are patient. See, they are patient in a wrong way.
Ah, exactly, in a
They
wrong
would
way. Because
take
it
they would
doesn't make
literally
sense.
take. See, look at when it started that madness. When you first opened that
Mm-hmm.
freezer. Kole
Mm-hmm.
lobo,
Mm-hmm.
you won't try that
Mm-hmm.
shit with me. When
Exactly.
I know
And then
that
he
you
did
don't
it
like what I'm doing,
again
why she freezer?
and
Oh, this
again
shit me
and
more.
again. Like he
You
kept
pour
doing
salt
it.
in food. Ah, wait, Glovo. I'm not calling out Glovo, but they use Glovo bike there.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it
con mú
normal?
bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn, con Nico. Because what do
Yeah.
you mean? What do you mean? Okay, ẹ fẹ́ wo nǹkan tán fún mi àbí okay, ẹ gbà. Ṣé òun ló
Ẹ
fún
wá
ẹ
gbà.
àbí
Ó
madam
tún
ló
wá kò wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ó tún wá gbé wọnú mọ́tò. Ó tún wá dé padà. Ó
like
wá ẹsẹ̀ wá ní
no
òkè
now.
ó wà intact. Oh. No, they should do better. They should do
That did not make
oh
any sense
wrong
to me. It made some parts of it just did not. They didn't really make sense. But I get the story she was trying to paint, the picture she was trying to
to pay.
paint,
Yeah.
and it's a very it's such a big deal, being in such a
Very, very,
relationship. It
very.
annoys me. It annoys me that she wasted time before she tried to fight for herself. I feel like parents should always create a kind of relationship with their children where they know that there is love at home. It's
But
just,
just to your love, Chef Tolu, Mrs. Adelabu, please, I need a master class. Master class on the 200,000. She did
to
25
25
million
millionaire.
a month.
Maybe
There's only
the food bloggers
she was
and the
only
food.
doing, she was selling food. Okay, not let's say selling food. She was delivering food. She was delivering
Ó
food.
tà náà
And
ni.
then
Ó tà
she
food
was
náà ni.
creating content online.
Overall, Chef Tolu was a nice movie. I loved that I watched it. I loved some of the lessons it brought to fore. I don't like some of the angles, and how some things played out, but I think I get what she was trying to do, and I think it was a great movie that if you've not seen, you should see it. Anyone who hasn't seen it should absolutely see it. Until next time, please subscribe if you haven't already, and engage with our posts, engage with our content, and let us know what you think. Have you watched the movie? Let us know what you think. What do you think about some of the issues we discussed on the episode? And let's know what you think about how we're doing and what can be better. Just anything, just talk to us. We're happy to listen to you, to hear your views. Yes, so once again, my name is Rafiatu and this is Alima. Until next time.